and welcome to House of Mysteria. My name is Jesus.
And my name's James.
And today we will be talking about our top 10 cards for Welcome to Rathe. With the release of Welcome to Rathe Unlimited, a lot of players and stores are looking forward to sealed format, so we will not be discussing Majestics, Super Rares, or Legendary cards.
To start things off with number one here, and they're not in any specific tier order. Hardened Cross Strap. Its ability states, destroy this card. The next attack action card you play this turn costs 2 less to play. Go again. This card helps with your resource control for your side of the board. A small thing to note that it specifies attack action card. So you can't use it for like a weapon, for like a combo. And I really like ninjas, so I'm gonna put that as an example. You can use this. Let's say you drop a 0 cost for 2 drop. Real quick. You do it, do your 2 weapons real quick, and then it has go again, and you have 1 card left in your hand or something. And you break this, since the card in your hand costs 2, you drop it, and now you can use that card.
I think this card is useful as well to make big plays, even after a turn of having to defend with more than 1 card. Bravo's attack action cards have a high cost, and this can help reduce that cost and make optimal turns more viable. This card can also help with making plays that otherwise would be very difficult when you're in a position of having to block. Next up, we will be talking about Hope Merchant's Hood. Hope Merchant's Hood states, instant, destroy Hope Merchant's Hood. Shuffle any number of cards from your hand into your deck, then draw that many cards. Hope Merchant's Hood can be a real game changer. It can help you fix your hand offensively and defensively. If you're in a situation where you have cards that block for very low defense, and you know you have cards with high defense in your deck, you could always try to pop the hood and see if you're able to draw cards with higher defense value. This can also be said when wanting to go for big attacks or make more plays during your turn. The last of the equipments in our top 10 card list is Snapdragon Scalers. Snapdragon Scalers reads, attack reaction. Destroys Snapdragon Scalers, target attack action card with cost 1 or less, gains go again. This card can help you extend from 1 attack turns to 2 to 3 attack turns, forcing your opponent to use more cards to guard.
I would like to add on, for ninjas. If you don't have the beginning of a combo set, you could use the card, play it, and then give it go again with this, and then go into the next combo piece, one of the last combo pieces. So you can do multiple abilities. So our next card on the list is Drone of Brutality. It's a 2 cost. Its ability is if this card would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, instead put it on the bottom of your deck. This is good, especially in sealed, because you are limited to the cards that you can get. And for this particular one, putting it on the bottom of the deck gives you continuous deck access.
Oh, I really like this card because you can just block with it and not even have to worry about anything because it's going back to the deck. So you're not thinking, oh, I'm going to block with this and then I'm going to lose it for the rest of the game. The fact that you can block with it or even play it for big damage, the red one hits for 6, the yellow one hits for 5, and the blue one hits for 4. Those are pretty good numbers. Cards that are not defense reactions will block for a maximum of 3. So the fact that the blue one hits for 4 already pushes the opponents to want to block with 2 cards. Now, red version hitting for 6, that really makes the opponent wants to block with 2 cards, 3 each, for a total of 6. Now, if they fully block the whole attack, they're down 2 cards, while you still not even down a card because it just goes back to the bottom of the deck.
It's Flock of the Featherwalker. It's a 1 cost. Its ability states as an additional cost to play this card, you must reveal a card from your hand with cost 1 or less. Create a Quicken token when you play an attack action card or attack with a weapon, destroy the Quicken token, then the attacking card gains Go Again. So that is the Quicken token. With this, it works really well with Snapdragon Scalers. Really works well with it. Because, like we said, use it on this for the cost 1 or less and give it Go Again, since you see that it does not. Then, let's say that you use one of those combo pieces for ninjas that I was talking about. It doesn't have Go Again, but as soon as you play that attack action card, boom, this will give it Go Again, it disappears, and now you can use that second piece of your combo.
A very important point about Flock of the Featherwalkers is that as an additional cost to play it, you must reveal a card in your hand with cost 1 or less. This means that the card that you pitch to play Flock of the Featherwalkers cannot be the one that you reveal, as well as you cannot reveal Flock of the Featherwalkers to play. You must have another card to reveal in order to be able to play Flock of the Featherwalkers. So for those situations, you would technically need at least 3 cards. 1 that you use to pitch, 1 that you reveal, and Flock of the Featherwalkers. Once again, Flock of the Featherwalkers does not have Go Again.
With the Quicken tokens themselves, after you play an attack action or attack with a weapon, this pops regardless. So if that attack action already has Go Again, it doesn't matter. That pops and goes away.
Next up, we have Scar for Scar. Now, this is a favorite for a lot of players. Scar for Scar reads, when you play Scar for Scar, if you have less life than your opponent, it gains Go Again. It's a 0 cost, which makes it a great card to add to your sealed pool because it's essentially a free attack when you have less life than your opponent. This card at its red version hits for 4 damage. The fact that it gains Go Again simply when you have less life than your opponent makes it well fitted for any build in sealed or draft.
So the next card on our list is Razor Reflex. It is a 1 cost and it has the ability to choose one of the 2. Target sword or dagger weapon attack gains +3, or you can target an attack action card with cost 1 or less, gains +3, and if this hits, the attack gains Go Again. So, just something to note, the yellow version will be a +2 for both of these, and then the blue version will be a +1. If you noticed, it said sword or dagger. So for ninjas and warriors, it would be a good one. Brutes and guardians also have one that's called Pummel, and it does a very similar thing.
Razor Reflex can steal games because against Ninja, you're thinking, oh, he's just gonna ping me for 1. And then lo and behold, they respond with 2 Razor Reflexes, making that 1 damage 7. Yeah, that's 7 damage. If it's 2 red Razor Reflex, that's a lot of damage. Snatch is the next card on our list. Snatch is a cost 0 attack action card that states, if Snatch hits, draw a card. This is another really good card in our opinion because it costs 0, so it's a free card. If it hits, it draws you a card. And paired with Snapdragon Scalers allows you to go again, which means you could possibly play the card that you drew, or you could use that card that you drew to either pitch it and swing with your weapon, or add it to arsenal. It is also a great combo ender because if you are able to play multiple cards and this is the last card and it hits and you draw the card, you can definitely put that one card into arsenal. Now you have a full arsenal and you will be drawing 4 cards. So you will be fully stocked up for your next turn.
Also, you could always activate this and then Snapdragon Scales for our next card is unmovable. This card is a cost of 3 generic defense reaction, and this one itself, the shield is 7. Its ability states if unmovable is played from arsenal, it gains +1. If it's played from arsenal, it gets that extra power boost. It is very good against, I would say, brutes, because they hit you for big numbers, and if it's in your arsenal and they take away your hand, you can play that real quick and boom, you're shielding most of their power.
It's also an amazing card against Bravo if they decide to use Dominate, and you can only block with 1 card from hand. That can block for 7 from hand or 8 from arsenal. Now also, Dominate says you can only block with 1 card from your hand, so if that is played in the arsenal, you can still use unmovable from arsenal as well as using a card from hand to block even more damage. And last but not least, we have Sink Below. Sink Below states, you may put a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. If you do, draw a card. Sink Below blue blocks for 2, yellow blocks for 3, and red blocks for 4. Just like Hope Merchant's Hood, this card can help you fix your hand by putting a card that you do not need or want on the bottom of the deck and giving you a chance at drawing a card that will be more useful for you. It is also a defense reaction. There are even instances in which you can play a Sink Below, put a card from your hand on the bottom of the deck, and then draw another Sink Below, which you can play as well. And here we have the summary of our top 10 cards for Welcome to Rathe, Sealed, and Draft format. We chose these cards as our top 10 because in our experience with Sealed and Draft, these cards proved to be the most useful.
If you noticed, some of them synchronize very well together. They work together very well. All of these are generic anyways, so you can use them in any deck.
Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hope to see you in the next video. This is Jesus from House of Mysteria.
And James.
Until the next one.